production because of trollishness today.
Here's what's going to happen this
What is
morning.
going to
The
happen this
stories
morning?
shall be done by Chopin and Pepple. Oh yeah.
All
Go.
right, we can do this. People
You that
just
didn't know who Andrew Wiggins is.
pay us her sports money. I will go and learn all the sports in the world. All right, I would do it for you guys. I can do it. I'm not just a pretty voice. Okay, we'll give you the rundown of sports, but before we do that, let's tell you right now we are streaming live up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos.
Hi,
Only look at the
YouTube.
jumping person. Only look at the two people at the mics right now. Yes, that's Pepple and Martins.
All right.
Yes, and then after YouTube, there's WhatsApp. Send your WhatsApp messages in 20809 and take it to Twitter. #LockerRoom981 and tag us at Smooth981FM. So, what do we have for the rundown?
Wiggins deliver on both ends. Warriors lead NBA Final 3-2, and Super Eagles make light work of Sao Tome and Principe in record 10-0
Good.
demolition. Jesus
Light
Christ.
work.
In
Is
fact,
that what it's called?
it's the demolition for me. Well, Serena Williams giving singles wild card to play Wimbledon, and Costa Rica beats New Zealand to claim final World Cup sport. Also, Rossi relishes Hungary's miracle win over England, and Germany crush Italy to snap windless run. Company named new Burnley manager to succeed a ditch. And finally, skipper Yoshida fires World Cup warning after Japan fell apart. These are some of the stories for you this morning. Remember, you can send in your messages on WhatsApp 0809
All right, there you go. That's what we've got coming up for you. I'm just going to do her a favor right now and read this first story, whatever she says about me. Here we go. Exhibiting a determined confidence and grit all game, Andrew Wiggins single-handedly took the pressure off Stephen Curry and delivered the best game yet of his 8-year career. This is what he had to say about it. It's something I dreamt about for sure, being in the league, and this is the ultimate stage. It doesn't get bigger than this.
All right, Pepple, analysis.
Let's go. We can't do this now. What's the problem?
I dare you.
He had 20
Who is
guys.
Wiggins?
He had 26 points and 13
Who
rebounds.
has 26 points?
Wiggins.
I think we don't know
Hello.
this thing.
Are you trying to tell me that you don't know what's going on inside this game? We know he had 26 points and 13 rebounds. And then Klay Thompson came in with a scoring of 21 whole points. And the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics 104-94 on Monday night for 3-2 NBA Finals lead. And that's all the story there is, because that's all I can read.
I can't help your condition. All right, but what she didn't tell you, huge game, game 5, the history in game 5. This is why game 5 was critical.
Mhm.
Golden State Warriors had to defend home court advantage because they lost it when they lost game 1 at home to the Boston Celtics. Now, you didn't want to lose a game 5 and then go and try to stay in the series at the TD Gardens. It wasn't going to happen. So, and one more historical statistics. Every time the NBA final series has been tied at 2-2, the person who's won game 5 has gone on to win the championship. So,
Oh.
yeah, so once the series is tied at 2-2, the person who's won game 5 always goes on to win the
Kind of
championship.
prophecy was declared beforehand.
However, that's what they said about Cleveland Cavaliers. Nobody has ever come from 3-1 down to win a championship in the history of the NBA. Guess what? The Cavs did it. So sometimes these statistics can just fall on their heads. So.
History has no place against future.
Exactly. But hey, at the end of the day, it was a really crucial game. And guess what? The Golden State Warriors started really brightly. The Boston Celtics, on the other hand, were 0 of 5 from the field at the start of the game. And then somehow in the middle of the first quarter, they caught up in the game and they caught fire. And then everything just went awry for Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors have some of the best 3-point shooters in the league. If you count from Steph Curry to Klay Thompson to Jordan Poole, those guys knock down threes with their eyes closed. Guess what? On the day their 3-pointers disappeared, they took 21 3-point shots. They scored only 3. And they just kept trying. I was like, Steph Curry, give it up. You're having a bad day. This guy shot 43 points in game 4. Do you know how many points he
How
had
many?
at the end of this game? 14.
Hey, God.
The guy was having the most horrible day of his career, and he was still
His
taking the
motto
ball,
was, if at
standing up
first
and
you
down.
don't succeed, try and try and try
I
and try
like
and
that.
try and
And,
try
and
and
it was
try
and it
again.
was that motto that helped Clay Thompson, because they had built up like a 12 point or 16-point gap, and then Boston Celtics had closed down that gap. And while Boston Celtics was closing down that gap, you could see them struggling to try and make a bucket, and it was just not working. And then Boston Celtics take the lead with an Al Horford 3-pointer. And just as they take that lead with Al Horford 3-pointer, Clay Thompson was like, I'm gonna try this 3-pointer one more time.
Just one more time.
Just one more time. And it worked. So the minute he knocks down that 3, he knocks down the second one, and then Jordan Poole now closed the quarter with a buzzer beating 3-pointer from 45 yards out. I was just like, these guys, this is witchcraft. This has to be witchcraft. And from then on out, they went on a 10-0 run in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and Boston Celtics couldn't catch them again. So it was a tough battle, but at the end of the day, Golden State Warriors won the crucial Game 5, and on a day that stars like Steph Curry didn't shine and Klay Thompson really just came alive in the fourth quarter, it was players like Andrew Wiggins with his 26 points offensively, but defensively 16 or 17 rebounds. And it was players like him, Draymond Green, who finally found his scoring boots, and Jordan Poole that carried the Golden State Warriors into TD Gardens with the lead. So really big one here. Exactly. Everybody on that roster is working.
All right.
All right.
There you have it.
Now let's
And
talk.
that was Chopin's analysis of what's going on here.
Yeah, we heard Chocolate's voice there. We
Thank
agree.
you.
Let's talk about the Super Eagles with the caliber of players in parade. You know, and that Super Eagles squad against a lowly rated Sao Tome and Principe. It was only going to be a matter of how many goals Nigeria would score. Now, they put a record 10 goals past the Falcons and the True Patriots. And here's what Coach Jose Peseiro had to say after the match.
Yes, here it is.
He speaks some version of English,
for
so
him
you have to
for
listen
score
to it.
penalties. And today you could score 5 in the poker. In the poker, is everybody in the world
That's they score 5 goals in a game.
can do in poker because sure they can help some poker in the world. He gives the opportunity for them to score. And I think he's he's a good guy. The big heart, I appreciate individual about that. I appreciate it. Congratulations, thank you very much for that. But it doesn't mean our team is our team. Not only the players start the match, not only the players are put inside, all the players I put out also today. Shidozi and Sani was out. They are sad that they don't belong our group. All my staff, everything, you have a good way, but with hard way also, because I want to improve many things. I want to create solid conditions for you, create a big team and reach the top in Africa.
All right, so let me just translate, because sometimes so when you go to the press conference with him, you listen over and over again to the tape. So basically what he was saying was Victor Osimhen had the opportunity to score 5 goals in a game and he gave it up, so that makes him a team player and a big name player. So he was trying to say thank you, but he said congratulations instead. But you pretty much get the idea.
I
And
thought
then
we were talking about poker for a second.
no,
can't lie
if
to
you
you.
score 5 goals, poker. So then he now goes to the talking about how even if everybody didn't play at the start of the match, that everybody on his team, as long as he mentions your name in his roster, you are a huge part of the team, and he's trying to build a team that will be the best in Africa. That's what he was trying to say. But bottom line, that's what happens when you take out a team and they beat another country by 10 goals to 0. Now, a lot of people are saying it's Sao Tome and Principe, but we were here when CAR beat us in Lagos.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So, if you've seen the worst happen, any victory is worth celebrating. So, we're going to open the phone lines now, Chopin.
0144898981.
And you tell us, this 10-0 win, does it make you feel more hopeful about the Super Eagles, or you're still like Chopin and you're skeptical?
It's not
Chopin
even,
has been hurt
it's
too
not
many times.
skepticism at this point. I was like, whoa, the win. When you sent me the detail, I was like, wow. And then I was like, oh no, 10? Wow. It's like, have some, I don't know, the shame was still there somehow. But call us up 0144899981. Do you feel like hope is on the horizon? Or are you like, wait, how can you have hope when you beat minnows? That's all.
Yeah.
10-0. All
The-
right, so you can also send your WhatsApp messages in to 0809440981 and go up on the live stream on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos and leave a comment up there as well and take it to Twitter like we said. Tweet at us. We are at smooth981FM on Twitter. All right, real quick, let's get back into the stories. Can we do that, Tega?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's get back into the stories because we got this one in tennis news, and Serena Williams is going to be returning to Grand Slam tennis for the first time in a year at Wimbledon later on this month after being handed a singles wild card entry by the All England Club on Tuesday.
All right. So before we do that, can we take Emeka's message about the Super Eagles?
Okay,
His
real quick.
reaction.
Emeka from Amuro says, I don't think the Super Eagles should be so comfortable about their victory. Sao Tome and Principe are 50th in Africa. Their players are part-time plumbers and fishermen. Oh, even my church football team will beat them. Lastly, I'll urge English fans to be patient with Gareth Uli Gunner in Southgate. The Southgate hashtag Southgate out on Twitter isn't necessary.
All right.
My gosh, wow. Part-time plumbers and fishermen.
I don't know.
Is this- No.
Emeka, we shouldn't have read your message. Please, somebody should call me with more hope. Are you more hopeful about the Super Eagles after they won by 10-0, or do you think like Emeka?
50th in Africa. Plumbers and fishermen. Let's hear from you. Hello, good morning. Hey, morning. Who do we have on the line?
All right, Pascal, go ahead, talk to us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not that confident in our national team. The reason why is they really messed up qualifying for the World Cup. So I'm not having any confidence in that. This game started and Principe. It's not a yardstick,
Okay.
to other better teams in the world.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for that. Let's take another call.
Hello, good morning. Oh, wow, deep voice. Hello, good morning. Who do we have on the line? Victor from Aja, go ahead. So, are you like, this is amazing? Hey, Tega.
Good morning.
About the match. Yeah, it's a welcome development.
Hmm.
I think it's about the first win we have since after the Nations Cup. After the loss of the Nations Cup, we had two friendlies and we lost. So it's a welcome development. Despite the team we're playing that ranked 100 something in the world and 50th Africa.
Why must you say these numbers, Victor? You guys keep calling these places.
I want to, because some people are actually saying that I'm trying to emphasize that people are saying that maybe there are actually minors. The truth is there are no more minors in football. I mean, the other day, which other team got beaten by a very small team? So trust me, it's a welcome development because you have to boost the morale of the players. And if you can beat a team like South Sudan by 10, it goes to show that they have a lot of goals in them, to also face other teams. However, it's more about the play, how the play during the game was all to look at how they perform, beyond the goals. But for me, it's a welcome development. I don't think we should begin to say, they're actually small things, They tried, they did the best they could do. And going forward, I think we should give them all the encouragement they need so that they can actually come up with the good results we expected. So that's my take for it. Thank you.
All right.
All right,
Thank you very much. Let's take one more.
And one more call before the break. Hello, good morning. Hello.
All right,
Maiwa
Maiwa,
from
talk to
Victoria
us.
Island. Okay.
Yeah, so what I think is that, well, basically, they've gone through a lot. That team, they need some level of encouragement, something to boost their morale. After a few losses, even if you're a very good team, you start to lose confidence in your own self. So I feel Sao Tome, obviously, is not one of the best teams, but I feel like the impact of that win will have a huge boost for the morale of the team, for the coach, and everybody. And that's just the angle that I think is valuable in the win.
All right.
All right, Mama. Okay, we see that. So he's saying, don't look us out to me at principal as anything but, just like a little morale boost, a little palate cleanser so that we can get to the next few games with fresh feet. And that's what we've got for you on this half of the locker room. We'll see you on the other side.
Are your
Yeah.
number one adult.
Okay, so when we come back with a few messages, then we'll take Serena's story. So you just want them to react to the 10 nil win.
No more calls?
No
more calls?
We'll take calls. We'll take calls.
Check out how my rings is. Have you seen this?
I've not seen it. Where is that? Nico, come on.
Kings is available in stores near you.
It's Choco, my G. Waiting to
Okay, message not forbidden out loud.
Yeah, no, I've already said yes.
I bet it's not. She doesn't have to psych me. She has to praise me. It's two different things, eh? Okay.
They should be paying me for this.
You have to praise me.
They should be paying me for this. Okay. Shapa, be very careful.
Happiness.
What is Shapa doing?
Yes. Tell
No
her.
matter how it starts, it spreads like wildfire.
Came back
Like
from
when
4
everyone
to
is
draw
opting for
us
hot
to.
amala at
Take
Owan
a-
Bay.
That's contagious.
The
When
scoreline
the
will
jam,
have been 22 to
everybody
1.
gets down.
If Omar and Usman
contagious.
scored
Even
all
when
their
the
chances.
celebrant declares, serve everyone a cold bottle of Maltina.
Okay, I like the way people are hopeful. We say we are going to qualify with 2 games to spare. I love these people. It was a good palate cleanser, like you said. So we'll come back with a few messages. Then we'll now do 7
This is the Smooth Breakfast Show.
Alright, Pepper, you want to come in with some messages? Alright, and we're still here up on our locker room taking names and calls on 0144899881 as we're still dissecting this 10-0 scoreline. Alright, back to your messages on WhatsApp 0809-444-0981.
All right, Cruz sent a message, says, we wanted a win and we got one, but 10-0 was disrespectful. I don't care, Sha. Go Super Eagles. I hope we can beat the likes of Belgium, Argentina, and Germany, though. Why the portrait? Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a choice, man. We went with it.
Thank you very much, Josh. I was just about to ask, Josh did write a letter to us today, and he says, Dear Peppo, I must confess I'm excited to hear your voice again after a long time. Welcome back.
Should we start
Thank
doing
you, Josh.
Thanksgiving?
See how he read that one with glee.
Wow.
He was so excited to read that
Because
one.
he always sends me letters all the time. Thank you, Josh. You're my guy now.
Yeah, he sends you these love notes, but this time
And
he
I was
actually
saying,
had love
Peppo,
in
what
it.
are you doing? Shockberries? Let's take this call.
All right, real quick, back to it. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and your location? All right,
Izzy.
Izzy, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the scoreline is quite encouraging, but the performance is not really from the performance. Even being that I've always been clamoring for Calvin Bassey to play at centre back and Zaid Sanezi was not impressive. Even with that under pressure, he lost the ball so many times with that under pressure. And again, I look at the centre back, I'm not too confident about Sami Ajayi. He doesn't have that physicality and that confidence in general. I think I would like to see a more partnership between Leon Balogun, who is more calm and more confident on the ball, and then Calvin Bassey, who is more physical and more confident as well. So I would like to see the two partnership. Then Zaid Sanezi as well, because I watched him last season at Porto. It was like he played a lot of games and it was a more difficult game, and it was like I need to see more improvement in Zaid Sanezi as well. And for Etebo, I'm not always been a fan, although he did score, but he's always slow. His build-ups are so slow. When Nigeria plays a more pressing team, a more high pressing team, I think he will lose the ball so often than not. And for Umar Sadiq, some players are just so lucky.
All right, then, Izzy.
That's something, because I think it's in as much as he's called many goals in America, he's just not a Super Eagles player for me.
Wow.
Okay, it's a very, very, what's the word, comprehensive
I'm telling you.
dissection of the team. All right, going back to the messages.
Ken from Lekki says it was a good victory, but come on, it doesn't inspire confidence. The team is not even close to where it should be. The falter where you least expect them to. Their coach, I will still say, is not best in class. And Taya,
what's this one in from Taya? It says, Super Eagles need to play the English national team. They are ripe for the picking, and Magic King should make it happen. Taya,
Tayo, please let's go to Serena because of you.
Taya, I'm shaking my finger at you right now. Okay, so back to Serena Williams. She's going to be returning to Grand Slam tennis, like I said, for the first time in a year at Wimbledon later on this month after being handed a singles wildcard entry on Tuesday. And this is what she had to say. She said, I'm excited to return to the Rothesay International Eastbourne in England and to be back on the grass, a surface that has been so good to me throughout my career.
Really huge deal. The question is, who is going to be her coach? Because just a few days before she comes up with this, Patrick Mouratoglou now opens up, you know how they say, on why he is now coaching Simona Halep. So according to him, he said Serena didn't know what she wanted, that even when she recovered physically from her injuries, he started asking her what her plans were so that he'll know what his calendar was, and she wasn't responsive. So he now stamped his foot on the ground and said, you know what, there's going to be a training on Monday, and if I don't see you on Monday at the training, then I will now know that I am free of you. And Serena didn't show up for the training, and that's when he decided that he was going to go with Mouratoglou, with Simona Halep, according to him. All right, so now he's moved on with Simona Halep, and then days later, Serena posts this picture of her new trainers, and she says SW and SW19. Here I come. So now she's guaranteed the wild card list. She is on the wild card list, so she's going to be playing at Wimbledon, but she'll be playing in Eastbourne first to get herself into the rhythm. You know, she hasn't played since Wimbledon last year, where she picked up the injury in the first round. So it's been a year, about or just over a year, since she last played tennis. So yes, Eastbourne will be her first competitive match since last year. So she's going to see how her body works, I guess, before she comes to Wimbledon.
She can't just be showing up when people are playing tennis in the middle of the morning. And then
so my question is, who is her coach now? Because she really worked out well with Mouratoglou. So I don't know who she's going to take to this tournament, but it'll be interesting to see. However, I just want to tell people that anytime you see Serena on court, watch her like it's her last time, because she's that person that could just leave the sport without announcing. Remember when I told people that I watched Ashley Bashley with enthusiasm because she could just retire from the sport?
And what did she do?
And what did she do? She retired. So I'm giving you a heads up now. Watch Serena every day like it's the last game, because she will go without an announcement. Oh, sorry, she could go without an announcement. I think that's what I was saying.
Okay, you know what? We need to take some of these messages that came in up on YouTube, all right? So B on YouTube said the Super Eagles can only beat the team in front of them, whether they were farmers or fishermen. After all, England do the same with San Marino. And Nolly S says, I don't even know what there is to brag about this Sao Tome match. It's like taking pocket money from a child and saying we've dealt with corruption. Let them score 10 against Ghana, then we can shout.
Has a child taking pocket money from you before? You obviously haven't met my nephews. You will cry.
Okay, my niece will say money from the time she could talk. And LK Aderogba says only consistency can make me believe in this Nigerian team. Having hope in them is like having hope a youth will win the next presidential election. Make we be skeptical, I beg.
I don't like how Nigerians are doing this to Super Eagles. In fact, Jesse from Ojo says, congratulations to the Super Falcons on their victory over Sao Tome and Principe. I'm sure it wasn't a Super Eagles display. Ghana's FA must be shaking their head for us in sympathy. And then he ends with an abuse, and I'll just stop there.
I can't, Jerry. I don't want to talk to you. Please just read the next story.
Let's go on. Costa Rica became the last team to qualify for this year's World Cup as Joel Campbell's early goal gave the Central Americans a nervy 1-0 win over New Zealand.
Yes, so if you remember, Australia had already qualified ahead of Peru after a penalty shootout, in which Peru was leading, by the way. Then they threw away the lead and lost the penalty shootout. So Australia went instead of Peru. Fast forward to the next day, it was another Costa Rica, Oceania, another South America, Oceania people coming up against each other. And this time, Costa Rica goes instead of New Zealand. New Zealand did think they scored a goal, and they will argue till tomorrow that that goal should have stood. But there was a foul in the build-up, and VAR took it back to that foul and can't chop off the goal. So I know that the New Zealand coach is disappointed and the New Zealand players are disappointed. But yeah, Costa Rica are excited to be at the World Cup, where Nigeria won't win. I don't know why I ended it like that.
I don't know why.
In fact, let's quickly take this one in from Shay. Shay sends a message. He says, Tega, we could be roll. Should we be very careful?
What did I do?
Yes, the 10-0 win is worth celebrating because Sierra Leone came back from 4-0 to draw us 4-4.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
scoreline would have been 22-1
Yeah.
if Umar and Osimhen scored all their chances. We shall qualify for AFCON with 2 games to special.
Now, this is a good guy. He has already seen the future. Let's take the next story.
Yeah,
Wow,
we've heard you.
Yeah.
And Hungary produced a miracle by defeating England 4-0 in the Nations League on Tuesday, but they must keep their feet on the ground as results like this do not come around too often, according to coach Marco Rossi.
Yes, there's a lot of things that played into this one. Gareth Southgate made 9 changes. This is why I always say when I go to my friends' house and I say I don't have anything to wear, people that say that they have a wardrobe full of clothes. Because people that have only 5 clothes always know what to wear.
Mhm.
Because they know if it's not cloth number 1, it's cloth number 2. But people that have many, they don't know what to do, and that's Gareth Southgate's problem. The Premier League has thrown up so many players, and with the media hyping every single English player there is out there, his list is full, his roster is full, and so he's calling men pool. He made 9 full changes in between the last draw
Wow.
and this match. And they were all notable names
An
you see
abundance of
regularly, names you
players.
know, especially if you're a Premier League watcher. And so he put them on there, and they were thrashed at home at the Molineux Stadium by Hungary, who hasn't beaten them in about 20 years at home. I don't know what to say.
Should we just end the locker room in silence?
No, we can't because we are Nigerians. Let them hold the 1 minute silence in England. But it was a tough day for Gareth Southgate and for the English players because they were outplayed, outrun, outthought in every area of the pitch. And when you see the names that played for England, from Harry Kane to Bukayo Saka to Raheem Sterling to Mason Mount, all the excitable names in English football were on the pitch. And to make it worse, Stones got a red card. I didn't think it should have been a red card, but he did get a red card to just damage their day, and they are now at the bottom of the group. So they could be relegated to the second tier of UEFA's Nations League, which is, in my opinion, a glorified friendly. So you can imagine being at the bottom of the group in a glorified friendly. That's not good for your CV.
How would they be able to look up from the ground? All right, real quick, let's just end the show with some messages.
Right, yeah. Chimel B. Victor from Alaba International says, good morning, guys. Congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria for that massive victory against Sao Tome. We're proud of them. Jose Wasiu Pesero just set the pace, which we're proud of anytime, any day. And it continues, he says, good one for Ademola Lookman because he surely brought his A game to the table against Sao Tome, while for Victor Osimhen, he was just in a world of his own.
World of his own.
And we have this one.
All right, Susan says, for me, we should encourage the Super Eagles. They've had a few losses, so this win will definitely boost their morale. The Golden State Warriors are showing the Boston Celtics why they are a better team, and people shouting Southgate out should stop it. It's so good that Serena will play a Wimbledon. That's what Susan says.
I mean, think about it. If you're Italy and you lost 5-2 to Germany, or if you're France and you're at the bottom of your group after losing to Croatia and after winning the World Cup, you're now at the bottom of a friendly group.
It's rather unfortunate.
Yeah, so don't be shouting
In the
Southgate
Yoruba
out.
sense. Okay, so who else do we have? This one in from Tayo. So, well, no, this one in from Oluwakemi saying, it's not that I don't have confidence in the Super Eagles, but it's that this Pesero pizza coach I don't trust. Wow, Oluwakemi.
How can you? He just came.
The trust
The trust takes time to build.
is an inherited distrust. You don't understand. All right, and Chimal B. Victor says, if Sao Tome have defeated us all, if Sao Tome have defeated us, we all know what the headlines will be. But thanks for their victory as I celebrate them today, tomorrow, and the next month. And that's it from the YouTube faction. And that's it from us here at the Locker Room. Make sure you go find Tega. She'll be up on Twitter at Tega Supreme everywhere. And that's it coming up, 9 o'clock, Lagos Talks.
And when you come, you must greet me first too. I don't just come and say Tega. You say African Princess Tega. Okay? You have to hail me.
No, it's talking to YouTube.
If you don't hail
The
me,
person that is
I don't
sending it.
respond.
Okay.
Was the person from YouTube?
I don't
She
know.
sent us a
No,
WhatsApp
she's just
message.
sending it to YouTube.
Oh.
To whom it may concern.
To him, my concern. No,